Sometimes anomalies occurs in the stock market, movements that defy logic or fundamental analysis. These shifts are often driven by the sentiment fueled by overvaluations, undervaluations, market rumors, and speculations. So unlike Jet System 1, which follows a structured approach, Jet System 2 capitalizes on the emotion of fears and greed in the markets.
One key characteristic of the sentiment driven move is a price breakout, also known as explosive price move. Well, these moves are typically short term and seasonal, but they often generate substantial returns. And what makes this pattern even more powerful is its versatility. It can emerge in bull, bear, or even sideways markets. That means traders can apply this strategy profitably in virtually any market conditions. Sounds impressive, right? Now, let's explore how to identify these explosive trading opportunities. But before diving in, we first need to understand stock price movement and how traders can capitalize on them. Now, let us understand about the market structure, and they are a support, resistance, and sentiment. And if you've been trading for quite some time, well, I would say you are familiar with the concept of support and resistance level. When a stock price breaks above a resistance level, that level often transforms into a new support. Conversely, when a stock price falls below a support level, that level typically turns into a new resistance. Now, because of this behavior, then the stock market is inherently driven by emotions, I would say fear and greed, that often intensify when prices approach these key levels. Well, excessive greed creates strong upward momentum, overpowering fears and driving prices higher. When a stock crosses multiple resistance levels in a short period, then it signals a positive explosion. Overwhelming fear leads to sharp declines, pushing prices below multiple support levels. This is known as a negative explosions. These explosive moves are frequently exploited by professional traders to capture quick profits. Now, let's take a look how this Jet2 system identifies explosive opportunities. Let's analyze Tesla's stock price movement from October 2022 to somewhere around June 2023, a period marked by extreme price swings, and I would say this is one of the toughest market conditions to trade. And by drawing long-term support and resistance level, I would say we can understand better why the Jet2 system picked up high probability trading signals while managing risk effectively. When you first look at this chart, well, you might think, I should short sell here and buy back here. I should buy at the lowest point over here, and then you probably would like to sell at the peak at here. And again, I probably should buy at the bottom at this price level and sell it at the peak at this price level. But let's be real, anyone who traded before knows that these ideas are simply not realistic in practice. Instead of chasing highs and lows, professional traders rely on structured strategies. Here's how Jet2 execute trades in volatile conditions. Now, when you look at a chart, upon crossing the support level, when the market is in fear, you probably like to place a short selling order over here, and the stock successfully crossed below the first support level, but not the second support level, so it covers by the position to exit. Now the price crosses again below this support level, and due to rise of fear in the market, you probably like to place another short selling here, but failed to cross below the first support level, and the system immediately closed the position over here. Now, there is another short selling opportunity comes again over here upon crossing below this support level. And now it successfully crosses below the first support level and rebounded back at the second support level. At this junction, fear might subside and the system close the positions. Now, when the prices crosses above the line, this trigger greed in the market, followed by a buying signal over here. It successfully crosses over the first resistance and exits at the second resistance upon experiencing a slight retracement from this resistance line. Now, upon crossing below this support level and approaching the next support level, fear seems to build up, and the Jet system places a short selling order. Upon failing to drop, Jet system quickly closes its position. Greed quickly piles up, becoming a buy signal. However, the greed soon disappears due to the retracement here, and again the Jet system quickly closes its positions to limit the risk. Close to a week later, there is a gap down, creating fear, and this accumulation of fear triggers a short selling order. However, from the chart, the greed seems to quickly overpower the fear, and the Jet system covers by the positions. Now, being near to this resistance level, it promotes the greed in the markets, and a buy signal occurs upon crossing over this resistance level. It's not just one or two, but it crosses 3 resistance levels before the greed subsides, and the system quickly exits the positions, reaping for the optimum profits. This is how professionals navigate a volatile market and remain profitable at the same time. You don't always have to buy low and sell high to be profitable, but spotting greed or fear to enter and doing so quickly, that also helps traders to maximize profit with limited risk exposure, and it leads to profitability in the long run. Now give yourself the opportunity to see how you can make profitable trades with the Jet2 system.